many of you have been receiving significant rewards in the arbitrage. And every week we also feature our founder, CEO, Mr. In fact, Dr. Jack, who takes the time, all of the moments to share with us how the arbitrage works. Unfortunately, in this moment, he is unable to be with us. He is in the midst of a 15-hour flight. He sent his apologies, but nonetheless, we are here to rock it out definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I want to introduce you to our superstar operations manager. We want to get straight into it because on this call, we have broken it down into let's just say a couple of segments because we want to give you the burden, the weight of the updates and the developments taking place in our company. So of course she is no stranger to this call. She is no stranger to the company. Madam Shweta Bhushan has been working tirelessly with many leaders across many different markets, ladies and gentlemen, and of course helping this company to grow in a magnificent way. And as such, guys, she has consented to be here with us on our Zoom call, the Giants Global Call, and we want you to hear from her 100%. Of course, you will get an idea as to where our company has reached. So I want you now to go to the chat, show Madam Shweta some love, show her some love, go to the reaction, show her a lot of love, guys, as we welcome her on this call to begin our journey over the next 40 minutes. So Shweta, unmute your mic, take it away.
Thank you so much. And what an overwhelming response on this call. I mean, over 120 people on this call already. And as we see, the numbers just keep going up. And that is really and truly heartwarming to see. But yeah, I can't expect anything less from you anyway, Dwayne, you know that. And now that you've got I would say another Dwayne joining with you, Shane. So absolutely, I only see this going up, and congratulations for that. This shows you guys' hard work. It shows your dedication, and for all the people who are joining on the call, I see Chief Sean is here as well. And first thing, my name is Shweta. And I know Dwayne has said a lot of good things about me. I don't know if I deserve them all, but yeah, I manage operations for ZAP. And one of the reasons for, sticking with the company, actually, I started since inception. And one of the reasons, actually, I would say sticking with the co-founders is the fact that they have a very long-term vision and they have a knack for identifying opportunities in very nascent stages. And that's when you can benefit from an opportunity the most. So, for example, they started buying Bitcoin when it was $140. Dr. Miller started mining Bitcoin in 2013 when most of us used to just hear about it and laugh about it and all, and did not used to pay so much attention to it. But look where they are right now. And it's the same opportunity they identify with XRP. And the best part is, and I would say one thing that sets us apart from about like 99% of other opportunities in network marketing field is the fact that this is not a product that has been manufactured in order to fit into this program. Usually what happens is that, any network marketing company you talk about, they force you to change your behavior. And that's one of the challenges. If they bring in coffee, they would tell you that if you've been drinking Nescafe all your life, stop drinking that, start drinking this coffee because it's the best coffee in the world. If they have a protein supplement, any sort of supplement, they tell you that whatever you've been using so far, it's like not that good. This is the best product. And it might even be so. But the problem is that as humans, we don't want to change majority of the time. We're used to things in a certain way. The best part about this opportunity is that XRP is not our commodity. It's not Zap's commodity. It's not Zap's property. We are just tapping into an opportunity that's already there. We have just created a system that everyone in this world who has the foresight to be able to see what we see can just join in. They don't have to do anything new. People buy and hold XRP anyway. We're just about 125 people on this call. But do you know the number of people holding XRP? Look at the number of transactions happening in XRP worldwide. That gives you an idea how many people, it's we're not even 0.00001% of the total population that already holds XRP. Now, the best part is that all that audience, all those people are your target audience. You already have people who are using the product. Imagine if you were getting paid to sell Nescafe. That's what this opportunity is. Imagine if you were paid to sell Pepsi or Coca-Cola. There are millions of people buying it already, and imagine if you had the opportunity that you would get paid a percentage, a small percentage, every time someone drinks Coca-Cola. That's what it is right now with ZAB. It's paying to actually help people who are already into XRP. And I would request all of you to use your social media and online platforms as much as possible to talk about this, to connect with people who are already, into saving or buying XRP. That's the best way to grow your teams. Now, as a company, we're not very, very old, but our legacy is we started in 2013 building companies for investors and all. We've been running our own very successful projects and all. And, I'm proud to say that we've created over 100 millionaires. And that's not just a number, and that's not a small number. I don't know how many MNCs can actually even say that with confidence that they have created over 100 millionaires. And 100 millionaires is not changing just the lives of those 100 people. It changes the lives of their families, the people around them, because it's not that 1 million that only changes your life. There are so many people who made a couple of 100,000. Now imagine these people in any other jobs and all. Do you think that they would make that kind of money, or how long it would take for them to make that kind of money from a job, from a 9 to 5 job? They might have to work a lot of additional shifts. And that too, how many people today you can say that, in your close contact, who have a bank balance of over even $100,000. Forget about a million in 10 times. So even 100,000. Now, here is an opportunity that gives you the path to financial freedom. And I'm very proud to say that in a very short span of time, because we, literally did our launch event in November, on November 15th in Barcelona. In a very short span of time, we already have so many people, more than 10 people who have, already made more than 100,000 XRP. And that's our goal, for everyone to be able to accumulate 100,000 XRP. Write down this number. And I think you should, make it on your vision board. Write it down on your vision board, 100 XRP, and absolutely no stopping or resting till the time you achieve that target. Once you have 100,000 XRP, that means financial freedom, and you're free to utilize your time the way you want. You're free to do things that you want. 100,000 XRP, because at just $10 per XRP, that makes you 1 million. And that's the goal. Now that the goal for us, our collective goal is clear, let's see how we achieve that. When we started this company, it started with a bit narrow vision, with just tapping into the XRP army, people who buying and holding XRP anyway. But we realized that if we, change a few things and bring this into network marketing model, we will be able to help a lot more people. And that's when we launched our Web 2 platform as well, because earlier it was only Web 3, and it's been spreading like wildfire. We are proud to say that we're available in over in all 6 continents. I mean, seven, but yeah, leaving Antarctica. We're, we have our footprints in 6 continents, and so many countries, and so many different languages. And that means we have a global presence, unlike many other company that grow in small pockets only. So you might know some companies that are very big regionally, but they do not have a global presence because they tap into one particular mindset. Now, how does that benefit you? 6 degrees of separation. Everyone knows people now with globalization. We all have relatives, friends, and all who are living in different parts of the world, or our friends who have friends who live in different parts of the world. With this opportunity, you can actually target and tap into everyone without any borders. Now, to help you do that, and not just this, to help you achieve financial freedom and long-term financial freedom, the company has done quite a lot already, and we are onto the right path. We have a roadmap that I want to share with you that will tell you what is our plan for the next 5 years. Okay. Now, beginning with the first thing that we promised we will launch, which was our Forex trading platform, which has been launched already. So that is not a part of the roadmap because it has been achieved already. But how we've planned it is that we've divided every year in two parts, 6 months. Every 6 months, we launch some products to make sure that we give enough time for every product, to be understood, being promoted, and being actually, used by people for us to be able to have a solid and growing customer base for each of these products. So, if I talk about just now, one of the events that we're supposed to have, which was our first international global convention that we were supposed to have in Thailand on Saturday. That was yesterday. So we did an online convention instead. You saw that we still had some people who were, present in Thailand. But the event has been postponed for the 20th of June. So I look forward to seeing you all on the 20th of June in Thailand. And I see that Julia is there with so many, and Angelica, hello. So I see that you're busy at work already again. And it's so good to see you guys. So, on the 20th of June, now that gives you a much longer time to achieve the diamond position. Because remember, the event is for 3 days. However, for all the diamond members and above, or anybody who's a tycoon member, for you, there are 2 additional days of retreat. So for everybody else, the main event is on the 20th of June, and then 21st we have a party, after party, etc., dinner and all. But 22nd and 23rd of June, that's going to be Diamond Retreat. And that for that you cannot buy the tickets. You need to qualify. You need to be either a diamond or a tycoon member. So diamond, black diamond, crown diamond, or tycoon. Now you have from now until June to achieve that target. Now, talking about our roadmap, in our Pattaya convention, we were supposed to launch accelerator and staking. These two modules have been launched already, and people are just loving it. We did a training on that yesterday also. Now, also, we're going to be launching our ZAB card very, very soon. So, we're trying to see how soon we can do a special training for Giants team in order to, I'm sorry, let you know more about the card. Then we're also going, okay, sorry, I'll need to get some water. You need to excuse me. Can you take over for a bit?
Of course, most definitely. Thank you for the first part of which you are sharing with us. We know that you really gave a lot over the last evening in our update call, and you did say that your voice is gone because your excitement is nuclear. So we appreciate you very, very much, and I want you to see that it's quite okay on this call, Madam Shweta, because as you will see in a couple of seconds, the entire Zoom community will be shouting, yes, yes, guys, go to the chat. Even if her voice is a little bit under the weather, just put some hearts, go to the chat, put some love, and say, we love you. Thank you for really pushing for our ZAB Giants call, making the sacrifice. So let's appreciate, let's take a couple of seconds to appreciate Madam Shweta as she, comes back online. So I see her there. She is all set, and take it
Thank
away.
you so much. So I will try and speak a bit slowly because as I gasp, it's like, I get a dry throat. Sorry, guys, I've been under the weather for past couple of days. I am a lot better now, but not 100%. So, we've got our MasterCard coming up. The best part about this MasterCard is that we'll have different tiers, but the good part is that you'll also be able to upload and use it for unlimited amount. And you know what that means? Zap gives you the opportunity to earn crypto, to multiply your crypto. And now with this MasterCard, you will be able to use your crypto directly because one of the biggest challenges we face in a lot of different regions, majority of them is using the crypto. As soon as it goes through the banking system, now obviously, understand that crypto is something in general that is against the traditional banking system, I would say. Correct. So majority of the times bank really don't like their business taken away and taken away through them. So, with MasterCard, you get an opportunity to spend your crypto directly. Now, also, we're going to be launching a native crypto and our own crypto wallet that give you additional opportunities. We're going to talk about that in detail later. In September, we'll be launching our crypto exchange, CoinMarketCap listing, and MT5 trading of the native crypto. Now, also next year, in 2027, March, we're going to Bali and we're going to be launching our travel app in Greece. In September 2027, we're going to be launching property tokenization. Now, we'll talk a little bit more about this today. Then we're going to Mexico in March 2028 to launch Crypto Launchpad. In September 2028, we go to Mauritius and launch our Metaverse project. In Qatar 2029, in March, we launch a share trading and investment platform, stocks trading. Also, in Cyprus, 2029, we launch our own hedge fund in September. Now, as a company, we've already owned and ran a hedge fund for quite some time very successfully. It's just that after the last project, we all went into retirement, so we sold it and washed our hands off it. But now that we're back back into this project, we know that it's a very, very good opportunity for members to actually make good money through this, and in a very safe way. So it's more of a portfolio or wealth management system that we'll be developing towards the end years, like, towards 2029 and 30. And that's why we go to Las Vegas then in March 2030. And that time, the goal is to be listed on Binance already. Things are looking really great in that direction. We're already working on that. In Maldives, 2030 September, we launch our own IPO. And imagine, guys, how huge it's going to be launching our own IPO, that you guys would have the first right to information and purchase as well. So, there are a lot of things in plan. And when we talk about property tokenization, although it was supposed to be planned to be launched in September 2027, we're actually forwarding this and we're actually preponing this and launching this very soon. So probably in Sharm el Sheikh, we'll be launching our property tokenization project as well. We did an in-depth training with our finance officer yesterday on property tokenization. In nutshell, it gives you the opportunity to legally own partial properties, and you can own properties in different parts of the world. You will have legal right to the property. You will earn from the rental return as well as benefit from the price escalation when the property is sold as well. So this is again a very, very huge and a very unique proposition that we're bringing to the network marketing community. So with that, I see that we also have our co-founder, Mr. Rehan Gohar, in the call already here. So I will pass it on to you, Dwayne, to introduce him and take this call forward. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much, Madam Shretter. And of course, get some water, get what you need to do because in the next coming days and weeks, even though you're going through this process, we will be calling upon you. It is almost impossible for us not to think about Madam Shretter. But thank you very, very much for that contribution. All of the updates that you have shared, it's even more and more excitement and the whole process, from the vision that you shared with me and Madam Julia at the very beginning. Can you imagine that at the very beginning in August last year, and beginning to see the platforms unfolding, the platforms being integrated, and of course the expansion of the global community. But I'm saying this because a few months ago when we got started, it was just a matter of sharing what this company is intending to do, and at the backdrop of even more persons saying, "Oh no, this will just be around for 3 months and 4 months." But now, ladies and gentlemen, you have seen a complete, detailed roadmap that we will be here all throughout 2026 with new integrations, new platforms, 27, 28, 2029, and our hedge fund coming in 2029, 2030. We will be here for the next few years. The thing is, you have to understand the power of being a pioneer. We are pioneers collaborating with our directors, with our vision in this company. And every Sunday, we continue to remind you about how powerful this entire process is. I want you guys to go to the chat once again and express your appreciation for our operations manager, Madam Shretter. She is doing a marvelous, marvelous work. And jumping straight into it, guys, you will have the opportunity to hear right now, in this moment, from the co-founder of our company, the giant himself. This is why we call this particular session the Giants Call, because only giants appear on this call. And Mr. Rehan has certainly been expressing his support for our organization, for our community specifically. And now we are at this point. I remember Mr. Rehan coming on our calls when it was only 10% and 15%. So I'm quite sure that he is pleased with the expansion, with the growth. And you will hear definitely from his heart as to what he thinks about this team, the heart of the company, the global tour that we are about to embark, the Pattaya International Convention. That event will be absolutely explosive. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to delay any further. This is a man of many hats, and as you can see, he is even wearing one of his most popular hats right now. Go to the chat and let us welcome, please, our co-founder himself, Mr. Rehan Gohar. Unmute your mic, sir. Take it away. It's a pleasure to have you right here on the Giants Call.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dwayne. The pleasure is all mine. I think so. Out of all the calls that happen all across Zap platform, we have calls where there's a call happens like I think so 2 o'clock in the night for us, and it's like normally like 300 people on that call as well. That's why it's like every day there are so many calls that are happening. Different teams from Japan, from Korea, from USA. But let me tell you, I know some of those people, maybe 1 or 2 people are here from those calls over here as well. I have no shame in telling this. This is my favorite call because let me tell you, the excitement, the energy that we get from the Dwayne's call is that I don't get it from anyone. I literally crave this energy that you get from this call. Now, the thing is, if you want to be successful, you need to be with successful people. If you want to be a loser, just hang around 3 other losers, you are going to be the fourth loser. Similarly, if you want to be successful, you need to come to these calls and listen to the successful people. It does not matter. Sometimes what happens is you can see somebody who is, you think that they are cool, they are this, but end of the day, if they are not successful, there is no point spending time with those people because you will start to understand once you start hanging around people who are successful, they talk about things that will make you successful as well. Similarly, with network marketing, this particular, I'm talking about a beautiful system of network marketing. In my experience of 24 years, anybody who sticked around in this industry, sooner or later, maybe it took them 2 years. Sometimes some people got successful in their first year. Some people got successful in their second year. Some people got successful in after 5 years. Some people got successful after 10 years. But let me tell you, eventually you become successful. The most important thing is you do not quit. In network marketing, people who are the quitters who will fail because the system is designed, eventually you will become successful. Because all you need few good leaders. You only need few good leaders to become successful. Now, the problem at the moment is this, that when we work for somebody, we give our 100%. But when we work for ourselves, we don't give our 100%. When you do a job, what you have to do, you have to get ready. You have to reach work. It takes you an hour, 2 hours to reach that work. You have to work there 9 hours, every single minute of that hour, because there is somebody looking at you how much. Because if they're paying you every hour, they want you to work every single hour. Even if you have to use toilet, you have to take permission. Even if you have to take lunch break, you have to take permission. And then you work continuously for 8 hours. And for Europe, that's 8 hours. In some of the other countries like UAE, there are no human rights. People, the bosses make people work 12 hours, 14 hours a day, daily shifts. Even in UK or Europe, when he says 8 hours, it's never 8 hours. It's 8 hours plus 1 hour lunch break. That's 9 hours. And if you add traveling, and if you also add getting ready for the job, let me tell you, that's almost 12 hours. And how much then you sleep? That's why the problem is we work, sleep, work, sleep, work, sleep, and it keeps on going for tens of years, 15 years, 20 years. And every single year, I think so. How many people do we have here? Every year, we have 130 people here. Every year, you think next year is going to be better. But what happens? Next year is exactly the same. You think next year, I'm going to have this, I have learned my mistakes this year. Next year, I'm going to be more successful. I'll buy a car, I'll do this, I'll do that. But let me tell you, your next year is exactly the same as well. We've got 130 people here. Tell me, from last 10 years, has anything changed? The things are not changing because you are not changing. If you are doing the same thing and expecting different result, it will not happen. If you are doing, how can you do something and end of the day, it will be different from you've done it for 9 years, exactly the same thing, and now the 10th year you're going to do exactly the same thing, and then end of the year is going to be a different result. It will not happen. For your life to change, you have to change. I was an optometrist. I used to test eyes. It wasn't easy. It took me years to qualify. You know how long it takes you to do a degree for an optometrist? How hard it is to study in a university? I've done all that. And then gave up that to start in network marketing. When I was quitting my job, my wife was against it. My parents were against it because they said, "What are you doing? What this silly business you're doing?" Let me tell you guys, You got to change something. If I didn't change, let me tell you, I'll still be working for an opticians, working in a dark room, testing 20, 25 people a day. Every single day, I have to test 25 people's eyes. And to test one person's eye, it takes like half an hour, ideally, because you have to check back of your eye, everything, the health of your eye, not just prescription, because you have to do pressure test, you have to do retina test, you have to do everything. But you can't test 25. That you can only test 16 people. But because the boss wants you to test 25 people, so what you do, you work you work really, really, really hard. I don't want to use my bad language. Let me tell you, you have to work very, very hard. You know, and after doing the same thing over and over and over again, let me tell you, after a few years, you want to do suicide. It becomes, because repetition kills you guys. So what happens is, everyone here are expecting a different result by doing same thing. Now, if you want to change your life, you have to make different decisions. If you see an opportunity, because you know what, there's nothing perfect in this world. There is nothing perfect in this world. Even with XRP, even with Bitcoin, even with Zab Club, even with everything, there's nothing perfect in this world, guys. But you got to make a decision. You have to make a decision. You know, becoming successful is not a comfortable process. You have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. You have to do uncomfortable things. Now, network marketing, crypto is not comfortable. But you have to do uncomfortable. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to do things that are not comfortable to you. That's why I started from something. When you work for somebody, you give your 100%. But when it's a time to work for yourself, you treat network marketing business as a plan B. Until the day your business, Zab Club, is your plan B, it's not going to work. You have to make Zab Club as your plan A. You know, you have heard the saying, burn the boats. You know what is the saying behind burn the boats? Is there was when Spain was conquered by a very small uh, you know there was a very small army of Arabs. They actually took over and I think so ruled for over 300 years. They came to the shore, and this, the the person in charge, he thought, he said, chief of that army, he said, you know what, our army is very small. It's few hundred people, like 300 people. How are we going to win a war from Spartans, How are we going to win from the Spain? How are we going to do this? So what he did, he said, you know what he did? He burned all the boats. He set all the boats on fire. Now there are two choices: either win or die. Because if they don't win, they will be killed. So what happened is they won the war. Similarly, in network marketing as well, you got to give up something. You have to sacrifice something to be with this. You have to, and I know 99% people are doing this program passively. But let me tell you, this program is so fruitful, people who are doing it inactively. Because we have people making hundreds of thousands of not dollar, XRP a month from the system. And guys, you guys can do it. It's such a simple system. We're just helping people to make money from XRP, not any XYZ coin. Not that's why it's going to be, and XRP future is great. That's why please do, when you are doing your own business, please respect the business, respect yourself, because when you're working for somebody and you are giving your 100%, you're respecting that person, because what you're doing, you are working hard to make somebody else's dream come true. But when it's time for your dreams to come true, you guys are not giving your 100%. That's why treat your business. And if I can let me tell you one thing. I will tell you, if you just give 20% of what you give to your normal job, just 20% to this business, what you give to your normal job, let me tell you, all of you are going to be millionaires. Because what happens is giving, because that means some dedication every single day. Every single day, you need to see how many people have you approached for this opportunity. When somebody says, one my direct members, when I speak to them, I ask them a question: how many people you have spoken to you to about Zap Club today? Now I can ask 125 people here: how many people have you spoken to about Zap Club today? How many people you have spoken to about Zap Club in last 2 days, in 48 hours? How many people have you spoken to Zap Club in last 72 hours? How many people have you spoken to about Zap Club in last 1 week? How many people have you spoken to about Zap Club in last 1 month? If you need not even talking to 3-4 people, I'm telling you, you only have to touch 2 to 3 new people every day for you to become a millionaire in next 90 days in this system. I can guarantee you guys, every single day, just speak to 3 new people. Also, make sure you speak to your team members every single day, especially your direct members. Everybody you can see who is working or who has a potential, speak to them for an hour. Speak to them, understand what they're missing, how they're doing, and how they're working on their lists, how they're creating lists for their team. Speak to their team. Does anybody needs a business presentation or not? The problem is people are not, the main problem is not following through. The main problem is not following up on your on your warm list, because in your warm list you have to touch with them every day. Okay, warm list, you need to speak to them every single day to make sure that they speak to their warm list. That's why leaders leads by example. That's why you got to, the team has to be spoken to every single day. And what I always believe, 1 and 1 is 11. The problem is we in here, everyone who's here, they're not, let me tell you, it's so easy. So, sometimes I feel jealous. Let me tell you, it's so easy to change your life through network marketing. It's no joke, guys. Nowadays, it's social media. You can go on Instagram, you can go on TikTok, you can go on Facebook, you can go on so many platforms. And you know what? There's so many tools available nowadays that you can create friends, you can send friend requests to like 10,000 people, 20,000 people, and from there you can create more. And before you know, you'll have 20, 30, 40,000 friends, followers on social media. I know it's going to take some time. And there are softwares that could actually send messages to all those people. And you know what? That's a follow-up is very important. Sometimes somebody could say no to you, but let me tell you, maybe that's not the right time for them. Like, for example, if you approach Dwayne, or if you approach me for something else, I can't, because I am in this business. This is not the right time. So for a lot of people, it's not the right time or not right situation. But when you touch them again, they will become part of it. So that I just wanted to touch base on my subject for today was, please treat this business as you treat a business when you work for somebody else. Thank you very much. I'll pass it back to Dwayne. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rehan. Ladies and gentlemen, please, let's go to the chat right now and show our appreciation for that segment. Treat this business even better, not just but even better than the way that you treat your job. Because, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Rehan said, if you just 3 persons, if you just simply make a consistent commitment to speak to 3-4 persons every single day, because of the system of the Zab Club, in 90 days, ladies and gentlemen, you will be absolutely successful. And let's talk about that, Mr. Rehan, because we are now concluding the first 90 days of 2026. Sometimes when we finish a year, 2025, especially in our experience, we launched the company in November. Right,
yes,
at a time when we are now about to conclude the year, people going on the holiday, the Christmas holidays, vacations and stuff like that. So we would have experienced an actual slowdown. At the same time, around that period, we had, I think, a couple of crypto crashes, but yet this company expanded. And as we transitioned into 2026, the first couple of months, new leaders are being amalgamated, new communities, and even within our own team here in the Giants Global, we are now seeing new leaders that are exploding. So now, as we are about to launch the next quarter, April, May, and June, and we are moving directly into the climax of the Pattaya event, it means that we have to make that commitment. We cannot be distracted. We cannot lose our focus. We cannot be, in my opinion, for me, this is what I tell our team members, our community. We cannot be focusing on this company, that company, this platform, that platform, and be broken down and chaotic. We have to be a person. We have to be people of focus. We have to be people of absolute unbroken focus. And in this regard, we want to really bring out that essence in terms of who we are as a team, in terms of who we are as an organization, especially for our new leaders on this call. Every Sunday, sometimes perhaps we may do a business overview presentation, but we want to ensure that we reverberate the right focus, the right values on our Sunday calls. Let us take this next quarter as never ever before. You, just by 2-3% contacting your directs every single day, expanding who needs a presentation, a Zoom call in the next 60 to 90 days. If even you are starting on this call at absolute zero, you can be diamond in time for this event. I want everyone now to go to the chat and give yourself a round of applause if you are serious about becoming diamond in the next 90 days. Everyone, absolute focus. Let's swing it back to you, Mr. Rehan. What do you think? What do you think about that?
Something that you said triggered something. Like, I follow a gentleman. I can't exactly remember his name. What he does, he speaks to the billionaires. So what he does, obviously billionaires don't speak to anybody. That's why he actually goes to different places like Dubai or Monaco, or he goes to Hong Kong, and he goes to these really, really exclusive places, and he just goes and suddenly approaches a billionaire. Okay, and he said, I take into billionaires interview, and there's 130 million people follow me, 30 million people follow me, and I've spoken to more than 50 billionaires, and can I speak to you for 1 minute? And usually he talks to them, and he asks them to give an advice to the younger generation, to all from all the billionaires. So what happens is I listen to him, and each time I learn so many things from that TikTok. Let me tell you, I highly recommend that. So if I could remember that name, I would put that. But let me tell you, it really shows you like what these billionaires have done. That he asked them for if you could give one lesson. If me and you die tomorrow, what lesson you want to give out that you have learned in your life to help the younger generation. So every time, obviously, these billionaires, they give different advice and so on. And every time I learn something new from these videos. Now, one thing I learned from these videos, one of the billionaires, he said, you will never see a billionaire working in two different systems and becoming billionaire. No, they became billionaire just with one thing. Okay, if they have become millionaire, they have become with one thing. Okay, they were focused. You tell me how many billionaires became billionaires because they were doing two things. You know, Tesla, okay, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple. These were not the guy was not making Apple and Android same time. He wasn't working like that. That's why the people. That's why it's very important to be focused on one thing. That's why what we've seen with a lot of networkers, what they we like every networker that I've seen successful and made money, they have not made money from multiple projects. They are the ones that made, or we would call them clowns of this industry. Okay, that's why we don't really want to entertain anybody who is promoting multiple businesses, because we call them bad fishes, because one bad fish can spoil the whole pond. One bad person in the team, in Giants team, let me tell you, can destroy the Giants team, because one negative person can make 100 positive people negative, but 99 positive people can't make one negative person positive.
Wow.
Because what that person, it can come into a group like Giants team. And what they can do is, because these people are already part of Zab Club. Now that individual now can't sign up the Giants team in Zab Club because they're already part of Zab Club. Even the Zab Club is the best opportunity out there, but he can't sign these people into Zab Club because these people are already part of Zab Club. So what he will do, he will find something else. It's not because it's better than Zap Club, but because he can't sign you up in physically again into Zap Club, because
Yes.
you already have bought a package, you are part of the system. So what he will do, he will try to find something else where he can take you there. Not necessarily that is a better product or a service. No, because that product or services enables that bad fish to spread the virus into the
Yes.
system. That's why when you see somebody trying to do something like this in any group, please get rid of that person, because that person will, because of his own selfishness, he wants to destroy the whole system. He does not want you to be successful. He just want he is greedy. He only wants himself to benefit from you, not you benefited from them. What I also see a lot of these times, that sometimes some leaders will approach their uplines to join a system, but what they do, they make them negative about this system. And later on, they go and join the same system and then they try to join you into that. You will
Yes.
see that so often in this industry because they don't want you to be their downline because you were their downline before. That's why they will play these games. That's why please make sure you become the leader. You make sure that you have a mindset, a bulletproof mindset that makes you focused, and anything that anybody says should not divert you, because once you start with something, I would say run with it. Either it's Zap Club or either it's something else. You have to have laser focus. Only with a laser focus you will become successful. And talking about the 90-day game plan, what Dwayne just said, let me tell you, my secret to my success is 90-day game plan. Because 90-day game plan is something that I learned from my mentors. And I think so this is one of the best things I have learned in my life, the 90-day game plan. Because within 90 days, now success loves speed. That's what Julia says. That Angelica says. Success loves speed. Network marketing systems love speed. If you will grow this business in your own speed, this business will not grow. Because what it needs a nuclear fusion. The difference between a network marketing system and a nuclear fusion is there is no difference. You need to create a nuclear fusion in network marketing. How it happens? One becomes two. One item breaks two items. The two items breaks the other four items. Four items breaks the next 8 items. It needs to grow in speed. When it's growing in speed, what is happening? When one person signs up, when he signs up 2 people, he becomes Sonic. Now he's making 2%. He made some commissions as well. Up to 2% rewards he's making. He's already excited. Now he make sure that his 2 people also become Sonic. And once they become Sonic, they have already made commissions. Now they're also excited. But now the top guy is even more excited because there's more volume has came through. Similarly, the more volume is coming, the faster the volume is coming, the whole chain is making money. The whole system is making money. But if you just sign up 2 people and then, let me just sign up, let's work next month. You have lost these 2 people. You have lost that nuclear fusion. That nuclear fusion never worked. You need to make sure that you grow in speed. Aeroplane uses 80% of its fuel when it takes off. It uses 20% of the fuel to complete the whole journey and land as well, because it needs the most power when it starts. So once you start this fusion, let me tell you, you won't be able to stop. We have leaders in our system, let me tell you, they're not even working now. And they're making over 100,000 XRP from the system because they worked on their 90-day game plan. They worked on their 90-day game plan, and once they just servicing their team. They're just making sure the events are happening, the Zoom calls are running, this and that, because they've done the initial 90-day game plan. So now we have about 90 days to our event. Now, and I want you guys to give yourself a target. You want to become a crown diamond, you want to become a black diamond, you want to become a sapphire, you want to become a diamond. I will not even take ruby. as a target. You've got another 90 days to hit the highest possible rank. Now, and I want you to come to this event as a diamond. Well, remember that we can actually take you to a diamond retreat and show you and spend time with the leadership. That's why we have planned an amazing, amazing diamond retreat, guys. That's why I want you guys to achieve this 90 days. Take 90 days off from your job. Trust me on it, guys. Take 90, just imagine, take 90 days off from your family. Because you're taking these 90 days off, not for yourself. You're taking it off for your family, because once you become successful, who's going to benefit the most? Your family. Who is going to benefit the most? You yourself. So take these next 90 days off and focus, laser focus on the system. And once you focus on the system, let me tell you, in 90 days, after 90 days, let me tell you, you don't have to work for the rest of your life.
Wow.
That's it. So let's work on the 90-day game plan. Let's push it forward and let's hit the highest possible rank imaginable. And as what the billionaires say, focus on one thing. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you very much. That was absolutely amazing, Mr. Rehan. We appreciate that. We appreciate those encouragements that you shared with us, the focus, the next 90 days. This is what it is about within our teams. And of course, you said it very clearly. we don't even want to take rubies. And of course, guys, if you become a ruby, we will celebrate you. But if you start from this moment with 100% focus and you think about the event, you think about the next 90 days. The next 90 days carry us directly into event mode. Why not be a diamond? Why not start from zero? If you have been around with us for even the last couple of months and you have been struggling, why not make a decision tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so that you can really put what you need to put in place. You contact your team experts, your upline, contact your leaders. Let them know. Say to them, you know what? I want to be diamond in the next 90 days. And definitely in the Giants environment, we are on our way 100% to not creating one or two or a couple of diamonds. We want an army of diamonds, which is why we celebrate achievers. And on this call, let's take the moment to look at those who have been putting in the work. Let's look at those who have been building the business. They have been working. These are the guys who started from zero. And you know what? With consistency, with edification, they have been building. And let's recognize our ambassadors. Ambassador 1 coming from South Africa. And of course, congratulations to South Africa, ladies and gentlemen, because we know we have an expanding team taking place right in South Africa. So for all the ambassadors, Neresh, congratulations. Also from Romania, we have Mr. Ian Floria. I'm quite sure that he is on this call. Congratulations to our ambassador ones. Guys, if you are an ambassador 1, I want you to put A1 in the chat and we will also recognize you as well. Ambassador 2s from Nigeria, Mr. Olisa Modebe, brand new Ambassador 2. Congratulations, my friend. And of course, you know, age is no reason for any for not wanting to be successful. So congratulations, you saw this with your team, you decided to move forward. Back in the game, Mr. Revelation from Nigeria, congratulations to you as well, brother. I know that you are going diamond for sure. Alza from South Africa, Ambassador 2, congratulations. Mr. Zaf Khan, one of our growing leaders and champions. Ladies and gentlemen, let us really acknowledge some of these leaders. Ambassador 10, Mr. Zaf Khan, doing a great job with his team. Congratulations to you. Go to the chat, guys, and let's also share our commendations to these leaders. Daniela Florlea, you're also on this call. Ambassador 10 from Romania. Congratulations to you as well. Brand new Ambassador 10, ladies and gentlemen, from South Africa. The chief himself, Chief Sean, and of course he has some of his leaders and brand new leaders on this call. Congratulations on your side. And we are going to really speak something and set up something for South Africa, because the very first Ruby in South Africa, Mr. Shane D. Wow. Congratulations, Mr. Shane. And you are starting, of course, you started from 0 in January, and you just got this entire process rocking with your team. And for every one of you on this call who are Ambassador 1, so let's check the chats to see. Excuse me, if you're Ambassador 1s, if you're Ambassador 2s, you're working with Madam Julia, you're working with your teams, congratulations to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what our calls are about. We celebrate success. And as we round up, as we conclude this call at this moment, I want to encourage you in a special way. I want to really, incorporate what Mr. Rehan is saying as we are about to enter April, a new month, a new week, a new quarter in 2026. There is no time to slow down. You have to focus. You have to get down with it. Have your belief skyrocket and be elevated in this company to the next level. Go out there, connect with all of the Zoom calls that will be happening in our teams across this week. Every single day, it's a giant business presentation overview. And even in the Caribbean, we're coming back up. We have one of our champions about to take it to the next level, Mr. Kenneth Barry Thomas. He's going to do amazing things. And all our friends from Barbados, from the US, from Calgary, new calls that are happening. And of course, the Spain tour that is happening with our upline. She's not here on this call, but she visited us. She sent her sentiments. And Dr. Jack will be back with us as well next week. And we want to congratulate every one of you for making it on this call. And as we do, ladies and gentlemen, on every call, as you know, this is the moment for you to unmute your mic and answer. Was this a great call? And if you believe that this was a great call, you unmute your mic. Thank you very much, Mr. Rehan. Thank you very much, Madam Schroeter. And see you guys next week on the Giants Call. Have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Looking forward to the music now.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Congratulations to everyone. You are the best. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go. The next 90 days, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out the next level. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. I want to wait to dance with all the things by the Tabama. Hello.
Mr. Mihai, Nika, how are you, my brother? How are you? Mr. Chief Sean from South Africa. Congratulations, Ambassador 10. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, dancing away. Let's spotlight some of our members. If you're dancing and you're having a good time, you know what I mean?
No, I couple of that things.
Daniela Floria, how are you?
If I'm feeling I'm bloated or that we think only now. No, if one of was to take.
Congratulations, Daniela, Ambassador 10. Good job. Brand new leader, Mr. Tabo from South Africa. How are you, brother? I know that you're going to do great things. Congratulations. Let's rock it down.
Oh, yes, please. Then don't think you're going to have if it's in their police and you go to time now. Everyone, I think, then part of making my food is hard. Part of making because I don't think I they tell I was ungaziphuthi home even the man then if I don't let me but if it's too much you can just buy these packages out but you pray till that was what that was every two to get straight like the need yeah. You know, coach, I'm top of that. It's like in the 60s. You're talking in 50 more. Bao gồm ba của mà em say bang what of an anytime but as long as say Tuesday before 7 late.